It's pretty good when your morning starts above the clouds. Of course, it would also be good to be able to see the bottom. Well, the fog may be rolling in, but that doesn't stop it to be a start. Good start to the morning. Where is it? You could have seen it 10 seconds ago. Right there is a shed. There it is. There it is. That's cool. I almost crossed right back here, but I thought, man, this would be a perfect draw for a shed to be in. The morning after a good rain. I'm hoping to get out here. I snuck away from work for a few hours. I'm hoping to get out here and find a buck track I can just get on and follow. And it is a little bit slippery. Level 4. Hard white, or yeah, probably hard white. Guess we'll have to go up the rest of this draw just to make sure he didn't drop both sides. This is how hard this is out here. I was coming along that face right there. And about right there I spotted that antler in the bottom. But because this is so ledgy, I missed the other side. It was right below me when I was looking at the first one. I'm betting that's the other side. Only he's a big 2 or a 3 or something on that side. Let's go look. Yeah, that's him. A little 3x4 set. That's pretty cool. I literally picked that first one up right there in the bottom. But this little lip right here kept me from seeing this one, and probably this bush. That's why you gotta circle. That's a good start to a morning of muzzleloader hunting. With this fog rolling in, it's tough to glass as far out as I'm trying to glass, but I can glass these slopes, and you can see why that one right there would stand out like a sore thumb. And that's been there forever. Look how chalky that is. It's falling apart chalky. Not even sure I want to carry that one out. I'm just waiting for the fog to roll out so I can glass these bottoms and then move out of here. Well, we'll see. Oh, I don't believe it. There's another one. Look at that. Looks like a big 3. Yeah, just a big, cool looking 3. Honestly, I'm blown away with how many sheds I've picked up this morning. It's not as if I haven't hit this area. I don't know if it's this overcast and the rain. It's got them popping. Or if it's because I'm actually really wanting to find a buck. Because muzzleloader season ends tomorrow. And if I'm gonna shoot one, I'd kind of like it to be with a muzzleloader. I don't know. But that's a big old 3-point. I set down the other antlers. I'm not even positive I'll be able to go back and find them. But we'll see. Alright, this is crazy. It's so foggy I can't get into the deer. I can't glass far enough ahead. But it cleared up for just a second, and I glassed this opposite side of the canyon from where I was, probably half mile away. And I could see an antler on this slope over here. I don't know if it's just because it's so overcast and the light's coming through the light, but antlers are popping like nobody's business. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know if this right here is even the antler that I glassed from across, because I thought that I'd come way past it, but I just figured I'd walk this bench while I was at it. But it's a good 4-point, this one right here, and if it's not, I thought the one I saw was a big 3-point, so I'm going to go back that way and see if I can't find the one that I actually glassed up. But this is crazy. This is number 5, and it's not even 8:30. When I'm looking for sheds, I'm always looking for sheds, but I'm really trying to get in on a buck. Look at this. The way it's sitting there, it really could be the one I glassed up, because that's kind of the way it was sitting. But I thought for sure the one I saw was a big 3, and it was possibly the other side to this one. But this is just cool. I mean, just keep walking this bench here, and then I'll walk it back and see if I can find the one that I glassed up earlier. I don't have my pack. I'm not sure I'm going to get all these back to the truck if I keep going. Look at this though. That probably is the match. Are the same buck, same eye guard, same pedicle. Just a 3x4. Can't tell for sure, and I'll keep looking to see if I can't find that other one that I saw. But that could very well be a set. Nah, I don't know. A little bit different on the bend of the main beam. You guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think before I find the other side and prove that it is or isn't. No way. So I'm still on this side of the canyon. I was going to walk back up, but I just stopped to glass back on the other side where I just was. And I think I just spotted a freaking weird, non-typical, heavy antler. I mean, I'm positive it's an antler, but it looks like it's something crazy, heavy and massive. I gotta get over there and find out what that is. It looks like a giant. Let me get over there and look. Well, dang it. That's what it is when I got over here. Look at that crazy forked eye guard. Got over here. Not that it's much of a consolation prize, but right here below him. That right there is shed number 6 on the day. Little 2. Dang it, I thought this was going to be a giant buck over here. Just an old nasty deadhead. This guy. That's one of the tiniest 3-points I've ever seen. He's trying hard, ain't he? Good genetics. I just picked up that 2-point right there, this 3-point, little teeny 3-point. And there's another antler right there, right below me again. Just a chalker, another 3. Crazy. I literally rode my horse up the bottom of this canyon last year. Picked up a couple, but I missed these. Okay, I've gone 20 more steps. Look at that crazy thing. Good grief, I had to put the binoculars on it to convince myself that twisty thing was an antler. Man, what a day. It's not even 9 o'clock. That's antler number 7. And I gotta get back to work. Or I'd just keep pushing this. I don't know what it is, but I'm in a pocket of them. I'm going to go over that here when I get a minute. I had somebody message me that they hunt in the desert a little bit and wanted some tips, and I thought I answered, but I thought I'd go into a little bit more detail and then maybe even put on video what I had told him. Let me look around here a little bit more and see what else I missed. Grief, another one. I was just walking back to pick up that chalky 3-point. Where's it at? It should have been right here someplace. Right here someplace. Anyway, there's another one. what is that, 7 or 8 now? I've lost track. A bunch of little ones now, but I'll find another big one. I think that one right there is the one that actually I glassed up from way over there. And if I'd have known it was in that rough a shape, I probably wouldn't have crossed the canyon. But I also wouldn't have found these other antlers. No, that's not as bad as I thought. So I'm just going to say this. I glassed up that antler from easily a quarter of a mile away. Now it's a white and it's out on this open slope. But I am way impressed with the glass on these Furies. I know it's just supposed to be the same as the Viper HDs, which I have a pair of, but I think the glass on this is better. Or maybe, but either way, it's the first time I've got to bring them out and use them, and that's antler number 8 or 9, and it's 9:15 in the morning. That never happens to me, especially not out here in the low country. What a great day. The only thing that can make it better is if, as I'm walking back to the truck, I kick up a big old buck. I'm going to hurry up and run over and check my trail cameras. I lost my little pouch that has all my keys, my cards, the keys to my cable locks. I don't know where it's at. I'm hoping it's going to be one of these 2 trail cameras. I'm going to go check. If it's not, I can only check one of them because thankfully I ran out of locks on the last trail camera. But I brought one out to put on it. Thankfully we out here haven't had a ton of bad luck with people messing with them or stealing with them, knock on wood. It might be gone. Actually, the trail camera's got a cable lock on it, but the SD card could be taken or messed with. But I don't think anybody else is that I don't know. I mean, I know a couple people that are hunting out here, and we're kind of exchanging information. And I don't think that they would mess with my stuff, so that's why I wasn't too worried about leaving it for a few days. Anyway, I gotta book it back to the truck, go check the trail cameras, then get into work. If I take any more time off, I'll end up having to work Friday. Well, here's what I get for saying that people don't generally mess with your trail cameras here. They didn't steal it. They didn't steal the SD card. They didn't delete any of the files. But they broke it so they could get into it and look at it. Pretty chintzy, this Browning. Little piece of plastic. That's all I gotta do is snap that, and the lock is useless. But oh well, I guess the lock's just there for stupid thieves now. But I have some videos of the smaller bucks, 2 smaller bucks. You can see their tracks here. But I was afraid with the rain forecast that if I got too close to the water, that there's a chance my camera would be underwater if we got a flash flood type rain. But that buck did come in. There's a big buck that come in here just too far away from the camera or something to set it off. It came in twice, came in right. And this is after rain. This hasn't got rain in it, so that one's got rain in it. So that's probably 2 days ago, and that other one had no rain in it. But he came in, just didn't get him on camera, so just leave the camera there and hope to catch some video of him. There was 2 different, maybe 3 different 2 points hitting the pond, so there is some deer in the area. But there's a broken trail camera. Okay, I'm gonna give you a secret. Get some wasabi peas and some tropical trail mix and dump the wasabi peas in the tropical trail mix. Yeah, you'll thank me later. Well, your taste buds will. So I'm late to get back to work. I was right in that borderline to where should I just ask for the day off and work Friday, or hurry up and get back in and get what I can for the day, so I'm going to do that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about shed hunting in the high desert. It's one of my favorite places to go shed hunting. That's where I spend most of my time when I'm looking for deer sheds. I would rather be in the desert than anywhere else. That being said, it's very tough. I will usually walk all day and find nothing. That's more often than not, that's what I do. But every once in a while you get into a pocket. So if you find one, keep looking. There's probably more. Like today, that little pocket, I think it was 8 antlers. That one little canyon there. You got to learn where they're dropping in the area you're at. Just, you might notice from what you saw in the video today that in that specific area they were dropping quite often in certain areas. That may not translate to where you're at. You need to find out where they're dropping, where they like to be when they're dropping. Is it the canyon bottoms? Is it the mesa tops? Is it the flats? Is it the sagebrush flats? Is it the cedar trees? You know, is it out in the middle of nowhere? Is it on ledges? Where, you know, where are they dropping? You can find antlers anywhere, but you're going to find most of them in those places, and specifically the big bucks will usually drop consistently in the same type of terrain and area. You just can't get discouraged, because when you're hunting the desert area, that's usually a much lower population of deer. Because of that, much fewer, there are fewer antlers in those areas. So you're just not gonna regularly find lots of antlers unless you're lucky, or you have a really good area. But I love it because I love those big desert bucks. I love to be in the desert, spend my time there. I don't often run into other people. It's more remote, and I like it better than anything except for shed hunting for elk. Anyway, so take that. If you find one, keep looking. I noticed today that I was doing something that you might find yourself doing as well, and that is, I was assuming because that area is very open and very sparse in vegetation, that everything would be out in the open and easy to see. And it was surprising how often I was finding stuff like that big set I found on Saturday. I was, 50 yards from that antler for over an hour glassing, and one little bush was between me and it. Several of the antlers that I saw today were, they were right there. I just had to get, you would think that because it's open, so what the mind does when it says, well, everything's wide open, it starts looking for things that are in the wide open, and it misses the things that are under the bushes, in the rocks, and those things, and you have to key your mind to look for those things and not miss things, and look for not antlers laying out in the open, but a tip, a base, something like that. And I had to remind myself and go back to, you don't find what you're not looking for, so you have to tell yourself what to look for. Anyway, I'm hoping I can get some time off tomorrow, last day of the muzzleloader hunt, and then this weekend we're going to hunt spike elk and cow elk, and hopefully we'll have some good videos there. I think this is a good video right here. One of my best shed hunting days in a long time, and I wasn't even primarily shed hunting. It just was one of those lucky days that the way the light was hitting, those new binoculars in a good spot, 8 antlers, and I was out of there by 9:30 in the morning. Can't beat that.